Hi, it's Anne. Welcome back to my channel. So July is almost at its end, and that means it's time to set up our bullet journals for the month of August. I apologize for this video being kind of last minute, but I've been really busy and I'm trying my very hardest, so I hope you forgive me. For the theme this month, I decided to go with a kind of architectural, kind of sketchy building looking Stockholm inspired theme. That's a mouthful. Yeah, no, I was in Stockholm City. Well, I was driving through Stockholm City the other week, and I don't spend a lot of time in Stockholm. I live just outside of Stockholm, so it's like a 30-minute drive into Stockholm City, but I very rarely go there. And I was driving through and I saw this one specific building and I just fell in love, and I'm like, I wanna paint that, and I wanna take a day and just stroll around in Stockholm and just sketch in my watercolor sketchbook. And yeah, that's the inspiration for this theme. I did not sketch this in Stockholm. I sketched it at home from photo reference, but that is still something that I really want to do. So if that's something that you want to see on my channel, give this a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below if you want me to take you with me and sketch on the go. Or if there's anything else that you want to see on my channel, just give me a little heads up and I'm gonna see what I can do for you. So something that I realized while doing this is that I'm not good at sketching. It's not that it doesn't look good, because I'm really happy with the results. It's just that it's a lot of detail that doesn't need to be there because of the size of this. And since it's so tiny, I've crammed so many details in there that doesn't need to be there. I mean, I really like the finished result, but I was after this kind of sketchy feeling. And as you know from previous videos, I'm struggling really hard with perfectionism, and I think that's why it's hard for me to let those details go, because I want it to be perfect, and there's supposed to be 6 windows on this row and not 5, and I'm trying my very best to let go of that, and I feel like I am slowly. But yeah, if I would do this again, I would try to not put as many details in as I did this time, because I don't need to. I was feeling like when I finished the cover page, I'm like, I'm barely looking at this anyways. This is literally for just flipping through. I'm not gonna sit and look at this page, so why am I spending so much time trying to perfect it? So yeah, no, that's something that I'm gonna keep working with, working on. That's the correct term. It's something that I'm gonna keep working on for sure. But I feel like I'm slowly getting there. Also, I'm a little bit curious, is this something that you guys are struggling with as well? And how are you handling your perfectionism and trying to deal with it? Please let me know in the comments down below, because I would love to know if there are like-minded people struggling with the same thing out there, and maybe we can share tips and help each other out. That would be awesome. For coloring in all of the buildings, I am using my Winsor Newton watercolors, and especially these kind of rusty red tones that I really fell in love with the original building in Stockholm. So I'm trying to incorporate that red tone as much as possible. this orangey burnt red. Yeah, it's like a rusty orange red. That's that's like the best way I can describe it. So that one, in comparison to this green that's on some of the rooftops, I think it's like, God, I don't know the terms in English. But I think it's like when it's some sort of metal, and you know, when it's like oxidizing, maybe. That's not the right word. I don't know, but you know, when the metal turns green, that color in combination with this rusty red, that's kind of the inspiration. So I decided to take that rusty red and use that as my highlight color or my accent color for this month. I am keeping most of these spreads very alike how I did them last month, as of where I am using this month spread instead of like a habit tracker, where I can track kind of what's happening this month and what I'm trying to focus on this month. So instead of tracking every single habit that I want to do, because you know, some habits are already implemented and stuff like that, and it's just a hassle for me to fill extra stuff in, if that makes any sense. So instead of having my habit tracker, that kind of became an extra chore or like a burden for me after a while. I'm just using this month spread as a kind of reminder of new habits that I want to implement, and yeah, like I said, exactly what I want to focus on accomplishing this month. On the other side of the spread, I have my hours worked and my projects little box down there, and the projects one is mostly just for show. As I tend to do my project notes on post-its so that I can move them over from month to month. So yeah, this is just a place for me to stick my post-its. To spark some extra contrast into this spread, I am using my grey Tombow to highlight every other row, and I just love this. This is like my favorite pen ever. I love the subtle yet big difference that it does, and it's just, yeah, yes. Up next is my expense tracker. Here I have my usual sections for bills to pay, and I also decided to put this little income spot here because I'm starting to get income from a bunch of different sources. So I kind of want to make sure that I know how much I get from each source, and so that I can kind of track that in a way. So I decided to implement that as well. That's pretty much the only change that I did for this spread this month. For some reason the video quality is really bad on this part for some reason, and I have no idea why. I apologize. There's gonna be the same for the sketching of the weekly in a little bit. No idea what happened. I struggled to get this file over from my camera onto my computer, and once I finally did, this is what it looked like. So there's also a little piece missing from the weekly, so yeah, again, I apologize. I did my best. So for my weekly itself, I decided to go really simple and have a lot of blank space because I've been really enjoying that this past month when I've been kind of experimenting with it. So what I did is I have a section for each day of the week, then I have a section for tasks, and I also implemented a breakfast, lunch and dinner section on each of the days so that I can kind of meal plan, because I am really bad at eating properly and regularly. So yeah, I need a reminder and I need a plan so that I can grocery shop and actually have, you know, I actually have the food at home so that I don't have to go shopping to cook, because then I'm not gonna. The rest of the spread, as I said, I decided to keep blank so that I can add just what I feel like I need to add, and nothing less and nothing more. And you know, I enjoy this open layout a lot. And that is actually all of the spreads that I have to show you guys today. Here is a final flip through of all of the finished spreads. I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to click that like button, and if you want more content like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I love all of you, and I hope that you are having a wonderful day or night or evening or morning or whatever it is where you're at. Thank you so much again for all of your support. You are the best. Happy planning, and I'll see you next time. Bye.